Hi ladies and gentlemen, I am Morris Merriweather and I welcome you back to the class of Straight Talk in room 503. So interesting things has happened and I want to share it with you. You know, I normally talk about what happened in my hometown and then I'll move abroad. But this week something has happened that I think I need to share with you because it's very interesting. That is that to you who may not have known, I retired in 2006 from our system in Madison County school system. In 2007, I reapplied as a substitute teacher because I've always wanted to write a book on the failure of public education. I knew from a long time ago that public education was not where it should be. So I applied as a sub and I went back to each of the schools, middle school, high school, and elementary school to sub. I concentrate most of my time in middle school and high school. Also had an opportunity to talk with a friend of mine who is a principal in the private school. So that's how I was able to get my information from the private school and then have up-to-date information from public education. I subbed up until the 2014-2015 school year. Since that time, we have hired on a new superintendent in the Madison County school system. Anyone know that once I retired, that allowed me an opportunity to really dig deeper and go underground, as a way of saying it, and really find out who is doing what and why and how did this occur and how that occurred. Talk to students, interviewed everyone from the bottom to the top, or either from the top to the bottom, whichever one you like. That allowed me an opportunity to find out what was really going on. Well, anyone who also know me as a straightforward person. I don't pull no punches. I make sure that I have facts before I introduce it to the public. And so with that being my way of operating, that made that some people were uncomfortable. Some people didn't like to hear the truth. I'm Bible-based, and the Bible says that the truth shall set you free. I was raised that way from my parents, so therefore I made sure that I always would tell the truth when it comes to things that the public needed to know. That led me to tell it exactly how it is in terms of what was going on in my hometown. I can't talk about what's going on in your hometown, but I keep my hometown a secret, or I protect my hometown. That is not the way that 503 operate. And so that's why my video is called Straight Talk in room 503. So with that being said, I had a feeling that the superintendent and the Board of Education didn't want to hear the truth and that they eventually would pull me from the sub list. I want to make it perfectly clear to you, my viewing audience, that after I retired, my main income is not my sub pay, which is $70 a day, take home $62.50. So by the system pulling me from the substitute list, it will not diminish my quality of life. I am blessed by God and I have been a wise, intelligent man. So I'm not on food stamp as we speak, and I'm not on delinquent with my accounts. Everything is up to date. So, and I thank God for that. I'm not taking full credit for that. I give every bit of the credit to God. But by my Madison County school system pulling me off of the substitute list did not impact my quality of life. I did make contact with the public, I believe they call it personnel manager, then they changed to human resource or human capital, a lot of different names. It was nothing but personnel office. And we have a new personnel director. When I asked the secretary, and she was told what to tell me, I asked why was I not receiving calls. She further checked and says, Mr. Merriweather, you're not on the sub list. Well, why? I'm a male, I'm an African-American male, and African-American and males are needed as teachers in the system all across this country, and is down. So why wouldn't I? A former administrator, don't have a police record, drug-free, don't mess with drugs, and I'm not an alcoholic, I don't mess with young children, pornos and all that stuff. So I'm an ideal character. I'm a deacon in my church. I attend church every Sunday. I'm an outstanding citizen, not a law-abiding. not a law-breaking individual. So why was I pulled off of the list? Her reply is that your teacher's license expired. I'm not planning on teaching anymore, ladies and gentlemen. So I said to the young lady, well, you don't have to be a teacher to sub. In fact, the requirements in public education is a high school education. I mean, just come to school, show up, babysit the kid. I came and I actually taught. There's no one in Madison County system will tell you that I came every day and wasted the children's time. They learned in my class, and I have evidence to show for that. But anyway, with that being said, I requested to hear from the personnel director and was told that she was busy, that I could leave a voicemail. Left voicemail 2 or 3 times. Did not ever. It's been 2 weeks. I have not heard from the public relation. It's not public relation. The PR person. And I still got that wrong. From the personnel manager. I just find it kind of comical, and I guess that's why I'm getting confused with the job names. But anyway, let's get back to the point. The point is, it's been 2 weeks and I have not heard from the individual. In fact, I do not believe that the personnel manager will call back, because she don't want to deal with the fact that, due to the fact of me telling the truth about the public education system in my county, that they wanted to drop me because they didn't want me to keep showing up. Well, that's not going to stop me from telling the truth. I'm going to continue, ladies and gentlemen, to start my show each week by talking about what's going on in my hometown, and then I'm going to reach your hometown as well. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I won't be up to date with my information in terms of being into the classrooms, but believe you me, I will attend the school board meeting. I will continue interviewing teachers and students and staying abreast. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to continue to give you up-to-date information. So what I'd like for you to do is just take a little break, and then we'll come back with the final session, and we'll wrap this up. My friends, we're back for the final session of Straight Talking Room 503. I had an opportunity to read an article this week online, and it talked about teacher shortage in Arizona. It went on to say that the teachers was not receiving enough pay, that they could properly take care of their families. So a lot of the teachers was leaving the school system for better jobs. And the school system in Arizona was going outside because of the teacher shortage, and was hiring substitutes. Well, ladies and gentlemen, some of the substitutes was retired teachers, but the majority of them had never taught in the classroom, and they just was trying to make another hustle. Well, that's probably a bad word. Scratch that word. I won't say hustle. Another form of income. That's more professional said. So therefore, my point is this. Why is it that in public education, teachers are leaving public education and going into the private sector, which is the private schools? When I interview them and talk to them, I have a friend of mine who is a principal, and I asked him, why did you retire from public education and turn around and go to be a principal in the private school? And his response is, Mars, I thought you were going to ask me a tough question. That's an easy question. I would rather have less pay, because also I have less stress. And Mars, I'm more appreciated here than I was in the public education. My response, more appreciated how? He said, there are many, many days when it's real simple. I could be outside and it's raining, and I hold the umbrella, and Melody walks to her Mercedes and get in, and I hold the umbrella until she get in, she stay dry. And the next morning, Melody shows up in my office. Mom said, get this to you, and I hold it up, and it's a gift certificate to one of the local restaurants. I can do just the least little thing, and I'm getting gift certificate. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And so the perks is the word I want to use. The perks are better. So the pay is less, the recognition is better, and the perks are greater. So that tells us that we need to do something in public education to make sure that our principals, our teachers, our support staff are appreciated. If I'm correct, and I think I am, this is the first year after I mentioned that, and several other people may have mentioned it as well. I don't want to feel like that I made the turn. This is the first time that we've had banquets in our district where teachers are being recognized. Ladies and gentlemen, in plants, in firms, in companies across this country, they have banquets and have recognitions and reward day and all of that goes on. That's a part of recognizing we appreciate what you do every day. We know that you have a job to come in, but you go above and beyond, and we want you to know that we appreciate that. That's how you keep good people, by rewarding them and letting them know that you care about them. You don't always have to give people money. You don't always have to give them a vacation trip. But to say, I appreciate it, I notice what you do every day. That will trickle down to our students getting a better quality education. But in public education, it appears that upon the interview and the people that I've talked to, they're just making a day. They just come. And ladies and gentlemen, when I find several of them, we have good teachers who spend their own money, who come and stay late, but they don't receive any recognition. They actually catch a little bit of hell because other teachers who are not doing that, they're complaining. You're showing us up. You're not, why are you doing all this? You don't have to do all of this. But if we had someone at the helm of education, better known as a leader, that will lead and make sure that every teacher, every support staff, every principal, everybody involved with our children are recognized on a yearly basis. We ought to have something going on quarterly, monthly, incentive pay, banquet, rewarding them. Then people will feel like I'm appreciated, and that will trickle down to our students receiving a better form of education. We're going to have to do much better than we're doing. Private school and prioritizing is the word. They want to prioritize charter schools for profit. Then it must be a money-making decision. So why are we allowing our legislators and people who are governing us to prioritize in schools, giving vouchers, making vouchers available for students to go to private school? Those vouchers are paid for by our tax dollars. And we got people who are sitting back in those big homes, intelligent people, PhDs, master degrees, and pretending that everything is okay, and our children are getting an inferior education as a whole. Ladies and gentlemen, I think you got the point. I hope that it stirs up your conscience, that you will look further into public education. Talk to your board members. Talk to your superintendent. Show up at board meetings. Read the paper. Go online and look at public education. And make an assertive effort that enough is enough. It's time that I'll do something to make sure that every boy and girl receive adequate education, a quality education that I think that every child is entitled to. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to wrap this show up. I hope that you'll join me again every Tuesday as we bring new videos and shows to you. I'm going to continue to be straightforward regardless of who doesn't like it. I'm going to make sure that I bring forth not only the problem, but solution to what's going on in public education. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't had a chance to get a copy of my book, the title is Enough is Enough. You can go to www.morrismerriweather.com, or you can also get it in several of the bookstores here in my county, or you can go online to Amazon and as well as Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, and you can get the book. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been your host of Straight Talk in Room 503. Join me again as we go further into public education and find out what is going on that our kids are not getting the quality education they deserve. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you again next week.